People think sadness begins with one terrible day. It doesn't. Sometimes it begins with ordinary mornings, with breakfast on the table, with a school bag packed on time, with a family photo hanging perfectly on the wall. Everything looks normal, until one person quietly starts feeling like they no longer belong inside the picture. Adrian couldn't remember the last time someone had asked him, "What happened today?" Not because nobody loved him. Life was simply too busy. There was always something louder than his feelings. Bills, work, school, dinner, tomorrow, and somewhere between all of that. He slowly disappeared, not from the house, just from the places that mattered. The strange thing about growing up is that nobody notices the exact moment you stop expecting comfort. One day, you fall and run to someone. The next, you tell yourself, it will stop hurting. Not because it hurts less, because you've learned that some pains are easier to carry than to explain. Every night, Adrian stood at the same window before going to bed. The streetlight stayed on until morning. The neighbors laughed, dogs barked, cars came and went. The world never forgot how to keep moving. Sometimes, he wondered if people were like cities, busy enough to love you, but too busy to notice you're lonely. He never blamed anyone. He only wished that no one else would ever have to teach themselves how to be okay. People often say, "You'll understand when you're older," but no one asks what happens to the version of you that had to grow up too soon, the version that stopped speaking because silence caused fewer problems, the version that smiled not because life was beautiful, but because smiling was easier than answering, "What's wrong?" If Adrian had one wish, it wasn't to become rich, or famous, or perfect. He wished that somewhere, in another house, someone would notice the quietest person in the room. He hoped another family would pause long enough to ask, "Did today hurt?" He hoped another friend would stay without being asked. He hoped another heart would never learn how to survive by pretending. Because no one deserves to become strong, simply because they had no other choice. Years later, Adrian would forget what he ate for dinner. He would forget the homework he once complained about. He would forget the names of teachers. But he would never forget the feeling of standing in a room full of people and wondering why his heart still felt alone. Because memories don't always remember words. Sometimes, they only remember how they made us feel.
I just need someone in my life to give it structure, to handle all the selfish ways I'd spend my time without her. You're everything I want, but I can't deal with all your lovers.